Hey everyone, Bob here. This time around, I would like to show you how preventive maintenance schedule is being done. Okay, this is based from a previous employment when I was handling the fleet and heavy equipment maintenance scheduling. Okay, so I have already prepared the template for this. Okay, it's easy, and this is for the purpose of doing preventive maintenance schedule for heavy equipment, earth moving equipment, and fleet units, vehicle units, and sundry equipment. Okay, so the things that I have included here is the equipment number, equipment type, make, model, specifications. Then I'm also gonna include the status of the equipment or the units, and who are the technicians that's going to attend to the preventive maintenance of this equipment. So this is going to be an annual scheduling of the preventive maintenance. Okay. So I have started it on January 1 based on year 2022. Okay, January 1 all the way to December 31st. Okay, all the way to December 31st. This is quite a huge schedule program that if you are going to do it, it will, it takes some time to complete this scheduling, especially the template that you're going to make and also the data that they're going to input here in the template. Okay, so as you can see, okay, I have already blocked the weekends, which is Saturday and Sunday. So all the Saturdays and all the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays are already blocked. So we're not gonna include that in the scheduling. So the days that we're gonna include is the weekdays, which is from Monday through Fridays. Okay. So here we're gonna input the schedule here in this area, like this one, January 3, January 4, January 5, January 7. Okay, and the rest of the weekdays. Okay, so which things are we gonna be putting here? What data we're gonna be inputting here? So I'm gonna open the sheet number 2 where I have all the data. Okay, in terms of the equipment, okay, I have included here a list of equipment. Like I base it from my previous employment where I was handling the scheduling of the preventive maintenance. I was a heavy equipment worker before, supervisor. Then I became a manager in the fleet management and heavy equipment supervisor and heavy equipment manager in the past employment. So that's why I'm actually familiar with this kind of work, and I am doing this for the people that are working with the fleet maintenance or people working in heavy equipment, like in construction companies. We're doing heavy equipment operation and maintenance management. So this is for you guys, especially the guys, the planners, the fleet managers, and the heavy equipment managers. Okay, so these are the samples of equipment that I have listed down here. I have included like the bulldozer, caterpillar, like the D5, D6, D7, D8, D10, motor grader, caterpillar. Okay, the uh, the models and the specifications. Okay, like how many horsepower, asphalt paver, backloader, backhoe loader, compactor, caterpillar, truck loader, pipe layer. Actually, this pipe layer is also called side boom. Okay, this when I was working in Aramco before, we were laying pipelines from the oil rig to all the way to the gas and oil separation plants. The the gas and the crude oil are being separated in a, it goes from the oil rig, it goes to the oil and gas separation plant, and we are installing this, these pipelines, and we're using this pipe layer. Okay, the also called side boom. All right, and we're using also wheel loader, excavator like Komatsu, the model specification. Okay, wheel loader Komatsu, bulldozer Komatsu, motor grader Komatsu, electric forklift, okay, all terrain crane, group crane, and many other cranes. Okay, if I'm going to include everything here, it's not gonna, it's going to be a huge list. So I just, okay, made this up. I have also included, because in construction company there are lots of pickup trucks that they're using four-wheel drive. Okay, I'm going to include that in our maintenance. Concrete mixer truck, okay, flatbed trailer, semi trailer, okay, etc. Okay, so this is for the heavy equipment. Okay, there is what you call heavy equipment, where they are fitted with wheels and tires. Okay, like mobile cranes are fitted with wheels, and the wheel loader also fitted with wheels. But there are other equipment which is not fitted with, which are not fitted with wheels. They are fitted with their, with truck links, okay, trucks like bulldozers. Okay, some, the mechanical crane, they are fitted with that truck links, but the mobile crane are fitted with wheels. Okay, so the one that are fitted with truck links are also called earth moving equipment. Okay, they are part of the heavy equipment, but they are also called earth moving equipment, but not forklift truck or mobile crane. They are not earth moving equipment because they are driven by wheels. Engine. The engine drives the wheels of the equipment. Okay, I have also included some type of sundry equipment, because when you are, when you are maintaining equipment, the fixed asset of the construction company. Okay, you also have some sundry equipment like concrete vibrator. Okay, they're using the concrete vibrator when they are pouring, like for example, they're pouring post. Okay, they have to vibrate the concrete being poured on the post. So they're using concrete vibrator. Then they're also using air compressor, a big compressor. Okay, these compressor are the ones fitted with wheels. It's like a trailer and being pulled by tractors. So these are bigs like IR, no? Ingersoll Run, like Gardner Denver compressor, Atlas Copco, and many other compressors. And also I have included here the welding machines, and these are all engine driven. Uh, most of the most famous welding machine brand is, or make, is the Miller. Okay, maybe 260 amperes, or even bigger ones. Okay, the ones that they're using being used in the pipelines projects, in bridges, they're always using you know uh, welding machines fitted with wheels. Okay, jackhammer also, I have included that, and many other sundry equipment, but I have not included everything. I also have technicians here. Okay, I call them technicians because, okay, they could be mechanics or electricians, but usually the main workers in, in maintaining heavy equipment are mechanical, and the auto electricians are just, supporting the mechanics. But sometimes other mechanics are also at the same time, they also know how to, to fix the electrical side of the heavy equipment, like the lightings of the equipment, the alternator, or the charging system, the starting system where they are fixing the starter motor, they're fixing the alternators, they're fixing so many other you know, parts of the electrical system. Okay, I have also included here the status of the equipment. The equipment could be active. Okay, it's being utilized. Okay, you are only shutting it down during maintenance period, but most of the time they are being active and they're being operated. And there are equipment which is inactive. Okay, it's not being utilized anymore, or maybe temporarily. Okay, for some reasons. Okay, they are being inactive. Okay, and maybe the equipment, certain type of equipment is you are having enough numbers of units being utilized. Like for example, in a specific construction site, um, like for example, bulldozer, the company is having 100 complement unit. Okay, 100 units, but the, you know, that project is only requiring 50 units, half of that. Therefore, and the project is going to last for only 3 months or 6 months, then the 50 units that they're having, their unit complement, will not be utilized. So they're gonna put that in inactive, and the proper preventive maintenance is not gonna be applied to that equipment. And there are also equipment that they need to be refurbished, and there are so many, you know, defect in those equipment, and the fleet manager or the heavy equipment managers, okay, already decided that this equipment is going to be scheduled for refurbishing, and that equipment also could be for disposal. Okay, maybe perhaps it has reached the useful life of that equipment, and it's gonna be disposed. Like for example, if the company has set the depreciation period up to, you know, to 5 years, utilization of that equipment is already reached, and what they're gonna do is they're going to dispose it, and they're just gonna sell it, and they're just gonna get the salvage value of that equipment. Okay, so we're gonna include that also. Then I'm gonna explain to you the preventive maintenance scheduling coding. Okay, or the type of preventive maintenance. I have indicated here, this is my previous experience, again my previous employment. I have indicated here the PM1, which is going to be done daily, PM2, which is going to be done monthly, PM3 every 3 months, PM4 every 6 months, and PM5 this is annually. Okay. And then I'm going to assign a code for each of these preventive maintenance type. Okay. The PM code is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I'm going to, okay, use in our preventive maintenance scheduling sheet. Okay. The template that I have prepared in the sheet number 1. All right. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you what are the things included in the preventive maintenance one, or the daily. Okay, when it comes to daily, this is gonna be a pre-operational check. Okay, this is being done before the equipment is being utilized or is being operated in the construction site. So therefore, the pre-operational check will be done on site, like you know, highway construction site, water dam construction site, bridges construction site, or maybe huge building, you know, horizontal construction, or vertical construction, or high-rise building. They're doing, for example, they're doing you know, foundation of that building, or there are lots of wheel loaders, there are lots of bulldozers, maybe grader, or haulers. So the mechanic has to be in the site to check all this. And this is all checking and topping up of some liquids. Okay. So this is going to be like checking or topping up engine oil level. They're checking the oil level. You don't want to, bad things or consequence that's going to happen to the equipment by not checking it. Okay. Perhaps the engine oil is low in terms of the level. So you have to check it. So checking and clean engine air filter, because the work environment is very dusty and the air filter is always getting clogged up with dust. Okay. Like, air filter for bulldozer, air filter for wheel loaders, air filters for backhoe, etc. So they're gonna clean it with, what they're using is, that's why the mechanics are bringing with them, trucks filled with drums of oil, different kinds of oils, and compressor for the cleaning of the air filter. They use compressor for the cleaning of air filter. He's gonna check the top or top up the ATF. ATF means automatic transmission fluid. Okay, it is for the tractor trailer equipment. It could be a forklift truck, it could be a pickup truck, etc. So they're gonna check the automatic transmission fluid, and then top up hydraulic oil. This is for the hydraulic system. The level has to be checked, like crane, mobile crane. Again, those equipment like bulldozers, backhoe, etc. Okay. So this is SAE 10, number 10 for the hydraulic oil. Society of American Engineers, number 10. Then check up top up brake fluid and top up brake clutch fluid. This is applicable for, vehicles, tractors, trailers, articulated vehicles, pickup truck, and other vehicles. Okay, like 10-wheelers, straight truck, and other vehicles. Okay, check top up engine coolant. This is in radiator. Check top up engine coolant expansion tank. Check tire pressure in terms of inflation, tire tread, condition of the tire tread, condition of the tire wall. Okay, if there are turn wall or there are damages on the tread, etc. Okay, this had to be checked. Then check all lights functionality, like the headlight, signal, tail and brake lights, four-way flashers. Okay, you have to check, the mechanics has to check. Then check fuel level, looking at the gauge. Then check battery, top up with distilled water if the level is low. Check horn if the horn is working. Okay, these are all checking or topping up of liquids, has to be done daily. Okay, and the next one would be the PM number 2, which is our code is 2. Then this is gonna be done every monthly. This is just checking of brake pads, adjust brake shoes for vehicles, check, adjust brake chamber, slack adjuster for tractors, trailers, check trucks, links, rollers, idlers, and main drive for roller equipment or the earth moving equipment like bulldozers. Okay. Check wire roofs for cranes and rigs. Okay. Lubricate all greasing points, nipples, all nipples. Especially those linkages, like the hydraulic cylinders. There are linkages of those cylinders. They have to be lubricated. Okay. Check hydraulic system. Okay. If you are not going to lubricate these nipples, linkages, okay, there are bushings or the bearings. These parts will not last long if you're not lubricating them. So very important that you lubricate them, especially if you are already hearing some noise generated from the bearings or the bushing. They have to be lubricated. Check hydraulic system. Okay. Check radiator, fin, tubes with steam cleaner. If you have steam cleaner, you clean it with steam cleaner. or high pressure cleaner. Check seat belt, check concrete vibrator for this. This is for the sundry equipment, air compressor, welding machine, jackhammers, and check all instruments. Okay. Okay. So this is for the PM2 monthly. Now let's go to the PM3. Number three, every 3 months. Check engine oil. This is in terms of kilometer run or mileage from odometer for vehicles. Okay. Some engine oil being utilized by vehicles are being used daily on a daily basis. So some managers are deciding to implement the PM every 3 months, not based on odometer. Okay, because they he reasons out that the vehicles is being utilized daily on a daily basis. So that's why they said, okay, we're gonna do it every 3 months, the changing of engine oil. And also, if you want, you can also base it on the kilometer run, based on odometer if you want it. And also you can adjust, like for example, most of the vehicle equipment, they schedule it for every 5,000 kilometers changing of oil. Okay, and also you can make adjustments on the kilometer run schedule of changing oil by doing a laboratory testing of the used oil. Okay, you have to check the sulfur content of the used oil. Whether the sulfur content is higher, then you make adjustment. You make it shorter, the kilometer run. Okay, if the contamination or the sulfur content is very negligible or very low, then you continue doing it in 5,000. And you can even make it longer, maybe 6,000 kilometers or every 7,000 kilometers. Especially if the working environment is not that humidity is not that high. Okay, it's not so humid environment, then the changing of oil is, you're making it longer in terms of the kilometer run or the odometer reading. Okay, every time you change the engine oil, you also have to change the oil filter. That's automatic. When you change the engine oil, you have to change the oil filter. You check the engine PCV valve, that is positive crankcase ventilation. Okay, check powertrain. Okay, check bucket teeth and cutting edges for loaders, backhoes, and also bulldozers and similar equipment like the crawler equipment or the earth moving equipment. Check undercarriage, check shock absorbers, lubricate wire ropes for the cranes and rigs. Check ripper. You have to use the specified, as per manufacturer, the specified lubricator or lubricant for wire ropes. You cannot just use ordinary grease, for example. So there is a special lubricant for lubricating the wire ropes of the cranes and the rigs. Check reaper attachment for dozers. Check mass rails and rollers bearings for forklift. Check carriage of forklift. Okay. Check grease, kingpin, and fifth wheel for tractors, semi-trailers. Check all vacuum hoses. If I missed anything here, you can also add. Okay, we don't limit the number of things that we're gonna do under the PM. Let's say for PM1, PM2, PM3, PM4, PM5. So you can also add things that I have, missed out from this list. Okay, let's go to PM number 4. PM number 4 is being done every 6 months. Okay, the things that we're gonna do here is check all linkages. Okay, check all hydraulic hoses, check transmission gear oil, check differential gear oil, check engine support, check transmission support. Okay, if you found something wrong with the engine support, already damaged, okay, because of the constant, you are subjecting the equipment to hard work, or maybe you're working it on really rough terrain, then maybe engine support is easily damaged. So you have to check that. Then check turbochargers and the bearing oil supply. change fan belt, check terminals on poor electrical connections, check intercooler after cooler. You know, some equipment they call, like for example, the Terex equipment. These are American equipment. They're calling it intercooler. I think Caterpillar are calling it aftercooler, but they're all the same in terms of their function. Okay, you know the function of this is, you know, the air that is being drawn by the pistons of the engine is being cooled down before it enters the engine. Okay, to have more weight. Okay, the purpose of this is to have more weight of the air. You the air sometimes in some working environment is thin, so the air is thinner. You make it, you know, thicker or more weight of air, then you have to cool it down. So that's why some equipment are using intercooler after cooler, in addition to the turbocharger. Check central pivot for wheel loaders. Check bucket and connections for loader backhoe. Check driver passenger seats mounting on fasteners. Then the last one would be the PM5. This is being done every year, annually. Okay, we're gonna change the air filter this time. Gonna change the transmission gear oil. There are two types of gear oil. There's what you call SAE 90, and the other one is SAE 120. Okay, same thing with the changing of the differential gear oil. So your manager will decide whether you're gonna use the 90 or you're gonna use the 120. Okay, then change ATF. You know already what ATF means, automatic transmission fluid. Check, adjust, and intake and exhaust valves. Okay, change engine valve cover gasket seal, change proper propeller center bearing and support, change upper and lower radiator hoses, change engine support, change transmission support. Okay, change brake wheel cylinder seal, change transmission rear seal, and change engine thermostat. Okay, if you're gonna reason to me that these things are not damaged, why are you changing? That is the purpose of preventive maintenance. Whether it's damaged or not, we want to do is we want to be proactive in our approach to the maintenance and operations management. Okay, we have assigned a specific duration where whether the component is damaged or not, we're gonna replace it, like the engine support, for example, transmission support. This is not costly anyway. So what they're going to do, going to change it whether it's damaged or not, because you don't want, you know, bad consequence, or you know, or sudden breakdown of the equipment, sudden shutdown of the equipment. You know, I'm talking about uh, construction site where, you know, the proponent has already specified, you know, it's already stipulated in the contract that, let's say, for example, a specific project is should be completed within 6 months, and it is stipulated in the contract. So very important that these equipment are, you know, are in A1 condition, because you don't want sudden breakdown, sudden shutdown, and the projects will be delayed. So how much would it cost you to replace these parts anyway? So it doesn't cost you much. So it is already 1 year in use. You already, you know, it's already payback time. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna replace them. So it's not expensive anyway. So these are the five, you know, type of PM that we're gonna be using. Okay, with the specific PM code, PM1, PM22, PM33, PM4 6 months for, and PM5 annual. Okay, I hope you understand this time. Okay, now let's go back to the preventive maintenance schedule, the template I have, you know, I already prepared for you. Okay, so instead of you know, typing the equipment number and equipment type here, all you have to do is, you know, just get it from the list from here. Okay, so that anytime you want to change the equipment that you are gonna include in the preventive maintenance schedule, is easy for you to do it. All you have to do is just click the data here and the data validation. Then we're gonna, okay, this is for this destination sheet one, A4 location. Okay, the criteria is list from range, then enter the range or formula. Okay, just click this one. It's okay here. Then let's go to sheet number 2 where we have already the list. This one. Okay, we're gonna get this one. So many list of equipment and vehicles here. Then just click OK. Then okay, you can click this reject input also and then save. Okay, let's go back to sheet number 1. Okay, it's already here. Okay. Okay, it's already here. So, okay, you can select which equipment you want to include in your preventive maintenance schedule. Let's say this one, bulldozer D11. This is the equipment number D11, and the type of equipment and the make and the specifications. Okay, so what you do is easy. You can just, you can just pull it down. Oh, uh, as long as you want, you know. Then you can select which equipment you want to include here. Let's say for this one, motor grader. For this number 3 is, say, for example, truck loader. Uh, okay, motor grader. This one. There's already MG11. So maybe this one, bulldozer. Okay, it's easy. Okay, you can pick anytime. That's why next time that you're gonna do a preventive maintenance schedule, it's easy because it's already included in the list. All right, it's already here in the list, so it's easy. Okay, okay. Let's find another one. Okay, trailer. All right. Okay, this one easy. Okay, it's easy to do. Okay, Komatsu. All right. Okay, telescopic boom lift. All right. Mm. Okay, there is no duplication. You just check whether there will be duplication. Okay, just check it. Okay. Oh, okay, there's no duplication. All right. So, okay, we can also include, actually, can also include the sundry equipment. So, okay, we go back to the data and then click the data validation and then get the list from sheet number 2. Okay, move it down, get it out of the way. Then, okay, get it out of the way. And then select all this. It could be longer, if you want to make it longer. Okay, maybe some equipment are not included here. You just, include everything here in the list. Okay, then click save again. Then go back to sheet number 2. It's already here. Okay, so let's say concrete vibrator. Then you just copy it down if you want, Okay, compressor, jackhammer. Okay, I'm not gonna make it longer. Okay, so that will be quicker in our presentation. Now let's go to the status. The status of the equipment is, again, go to the data and then data validation from the list, then enter a range or formula. Okay, let's go to sheet number 2. Okay, and then let's go get the status list right here. Active, inactive. Okay, I have already explained this before. Okay, then again, save it. Then let's go to sheet number 1. then active. It could be, this equipment could be active or could be, if this inactive or to be refurbished or to be disposed, then you don't have to include it in the okay. That's why it's easy. You replace it with another equipment that is active. Okay, that's why you have a list there. Easy for you to do it. All right. Okay, then if this is active, then just put active, and then to make it faster, I'm going to, okay, I'm going to copy it down. And for the technician, okay, for the technician, okay, I got a list of technician here. Actually, there are about 25, I think. Yeah, yeah, that's about 25 technicians that are working in the maintenance shop, or some people are calling it motor pool and some people are calling it workshop. Okay, it doesn't matter, it's all the same. But some guys, especially the Americans, calling it motor pool, but British guys are calling it workshop. They prefer calling it workshop. Okay, so let's go back there. Then again, go to the data. It's easy to change the guys that you want to, if you want to make adjustment, and then you decide that you're gonna change the person that is scheduled for this job or for this job order, then you can change it anytime because you're using a drop down list. Okay. Okay, so here this is John. I'm gonna put John here, let's say. uh, okay, next maybe I'm gonna assign it to Peter. Then next I'm gonna assign it to Simon. The next one would be I'm gonna give it to Mike. uh, John has already been assigned with the equipment. Then I'm gonna give it to Bob. And then gonna give it to next one to Neil. Then I'm giving it to Matt. I'm giving the next one to Nat. Nat is short for Nathaniel, I think. Okay. Who else? I'm giving it to Greg. I'm giving it to who else? I haven't assigned a job. Oliver. I'm giving it to James J. Giving it to who else? Robert. I'm giving it to uh, Michael. Giving it to David. Then the last one would be to Richard V. Okay, these are the technicians that we're going to assign for this preventive maintenance schedule. So, all this equipment has to be, maintained, has to be given preventive maintenance one. Remember the preventive maintenance one, which is the daily pre-operational check. Okay, so therefore all of these have to be, you know, uh, has to be one. Okay, has to be one. All right. So if you are wondering why there is a color, automatic color, I have already done the what you call format, conditional formatting. This one, you see, for number one, I have assigned this color. For number two, I have assigned the yellow color, and for number three, I have assigned this color. I think this is red. And for number four, this color. Number five, this color. Okay. So, okay, let's go back. So if I say two, that color. If I assign 3, that color. So easy for us to see, when you are checking which equipment has to be has to undergo a preventive maintenance today or for the next week. Then I already know because it's easy for me to determine because of the color coding. That's why I assign color. Say 4, let's say 5. Okay, it's easy. Okay, so automatic. Okay, I'm going to copy this all the way down. Okay, I have not only up to here. So so okay. So what I'm going to do, it's easy, is I'm gonna copy this one. Okay, just copy it, then paste it to the next one. Paste. Okay, that should be easy. Okay, paste it to the next one. Paste it to the next one. Paste. Okay, etc. Okay, all the way to December. Okay, now let's do the scheduling of the preventive maintenance. This is daily, okay, scheduling. So for the preventive maintenance, I say number 2, we're gonna start here. Let's say January 3rd. Okay, January 3rd. Number 2, which is every month, right? So that is monthly, number 2. Okay, so this is the first month. The second month would be okay, let's say January or February 3. This one, still 2. Okay, on the okay, these are supposed to be 1, but I did not do it because I'm trying to save some time, right? So it's understood that all of this all the way to December are all 1 because this is daily occurrence. Okay, PM1. So I'm not gonna put everything else here. Okay, have given you the samples already. So February 3. So first month, second month, maybe third month, or maybe this is the first month. Okay, because this is the starting point. Maybe this is the second month, the first month rather. Then the third month, second month here, March. Say for example, March 3. So this is would be 3 already because this is second month is still 2, number 2. Okay, but for the third month, it's gonna be on that's gonna be in April. You can you can make adjustment whether it's 2 days, 3 days, plus minus. You can put it here. If it goes to the blocking, uh, it points to the weekends, then you can make adjustment forward or backward, right? So March 3, so April 3 would be see, this is Sunday, so I'm gonna either I put it here or I'm gonna put it here. Okay, so that's gonna be third one. Okay, so okay, going back to March 3 or going back to 2. Then next one would be the 6th month, June. Okay, let's say June 3. This is going to be 4. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna skip the rest of the month and just going to go to the December. So on December, okay, let's say for example December 5, I'm gonna put the number 5 here because this is annual. All right. All right. Okay. So okay, more or less you understand already how gonna do this scheduling. Actually, I have already prepared this on the sheet number 3, which is already here, sheet number 3. This is already prepared, okay? I prepared it previously because we're gonna do sheet number 1, okay, we're gonna do this. it will take us a couple of days before we're going to complete. All right. So for our convenience, I already prepared it before. So already here. Okay. So I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust this. Okay. Yeah, adjust this and this one too. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the view, make it smaller. Okay, that's this much better. Maybe 50%. See, I have already prepared the schedule all the way to December. Okay. So here, if you notice down here, no more annual. Why? Because the annual for the other equipment should be done the following year. Okay, the following year, maybe January or February. So only up to here. And also this one, only up to here. So no more, no more, okay, PM3, PM4, and PM5, okay? So what's important here, let me go back to, let's say 90%, or let's say 100%. Okay, what's important if you have a schedule here for, I'm going to remove I don't need the freeze anyway, no columns. So if you, what's important is that if you already assigned John a job on January 3rd, okay, it should not be duplicated. That's important because uh, John can only do one equipment in one day, especially if PM3, PM4, PM5, which is will take some time, maybe 5 hours, 4 hours, three, you know. So you assign one equipment for John, and then the next one is for Anthony. The other one is Thomas, okay, etc. Okay. So should be no duplications. If there is duplication, like for example, you put number 3, number 2, number 4 PM, and only one guy is doing it in one day, and he will not be able to do it. Okay, he cannot do, uh, 3 equipment in one day, 2 equipment in one day. Only when it comes to corrective maintenance or shutdown maintenance. Okay, but for preventive maintenance, you have to do everything, which I have included in the list of preventive maintenance. Then he will not be able to do 2 or 3 equipment in one day. Okay, yeah, that's why you have to assign only one equipment for one guy. So all the rest of the equipment. Okay, and here, how many equipment in one day? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no, 9 equipment. Your workshop is okay, or motor pool is okay, big enough for the maintenance area to be, be able to occupy uh, 10 or more equipment. That's okay. You can do, but you have to, you have to bear in mind that there are also unscheduled maintenance that you have to do, your corrective maintenance, repair and maintenance that you have to do. Like small things like changing of bulbs, fixing the tires, adjusting the brakes, or so many other things. Okay, so you have to, you have to consider that in your when you're doing the preventive maintenance scheduling. Okay. So I think I have given you everything here in this scheduling of the preventive maintenance of heavy equipment and fleet units. Okay. So, okay, you can use this template if you want to do your own. Okay, I'm allowing you to allow this template if you want to do your own preventive maintenance scheduling for your for your company and you assign it to somebody and just explain what I have explained here. Okay, so that's all. That's all I got for you today in this preventive maintenance scheduling. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, and so that you'll be also don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified of other upcoming videos. So thank you for watching.